Kevin Badia, Kevin Allen, call whatever you want, head boss.
He's like a big brother, you know, he's a protector.
Telling the story that's supposed to be told properly.
So everybody thought he was done.
He gonna expose all the frauds. Y'all know what he did. I don't got too much talk.
I was in a relationship with Bemo, I say, for probably about a year before I found out that Bemo had a bunch of other women.
I remember seeing Bemo talk to a girl, you know, and she was looking at him like, this dusty ass nigga. And he pulled out that money, and her eyes just popped wide open. Like, he was like, yeah, what you thought? You know, Bemo slick talker, you know, that Get Money Castle Hill shit.
Yo, Mo, we've been laying on this nigga for 3 days, Mo. Word. Nah, man, hold on. I think that nigga just went in the store, Mo.
Yeah, that was him.
That's him, right?
Yeah, that's
All right, Mo, I'm gonna kill this nigga right now.
Chill, hold up.
What you mean chill? He in the store right now, Mo.
With the wife and kid, Mo. Chill.
Man, you and this wife and kid stuff. Mo. Yo, what's up, man?
Come through it every day, Mo. We gonna catch him.
Yo, man. Oh shit, that nigga about to come out the store.
Yeah, that's him right
Nah,
there.
fuck that, Mo. We killing that nigga right now. Come on.
Yo, I'm with my son.
Man, you got 30 seconds to tell your little man running your baby moms. You ain't leaving here alive.
So I need you to run your mom right now. I love you, bro. Go.
Fuck, you got the gun on his shoulder, huh?
Stupid nigga.
Nine years old, as I recall. So I'm gonna say 10, I'm gonna say 11. I finally touched the gun. By 12, I was already fully out there. They done trained the murdering machine. It was gone. It was way out there.
I would open up that Bible, and I always went to the Proverbs and the Psalms, and I would read them to him, and that's basically how we learned, you know, how to govern our life was from the Bible.
Man, I met Bean. We was shorties. It was like 1, 2, 3, jump. Off the stoop we went.
How did I meet Bean? I don't know. It just seemed like he was always there.
Oh man, I remember, I could go back to like knowing Bemo since I was a kid. Literally like at Castle Hill Projects. My family from Castle Hill, same building as Bemo, 575.
Bemo have a whole bunch of money in his pocket. I'm talking about like an insane amount of money, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 at one time in his pocket. But he looked like he just didn't change his clothes for 30 days.
It was fun because he was always the popular one, and people always wanted to be around him because he just has like a fun energy about him.
And they're like, well, what are you doing with Bemo? Like, why are you running around with Bemo? He's dangerous. Like, you bugging. You got to be careful. And I said, his name isn't Bemo. His name is John.
Man, used to be hanging out, wilding out. Bemo was a funny person, though.
And I think I had a rollie on. The nigga said Bean was scheming on my shit.
I think I want to say I heard about Sex, Money, Murder around junior high school.
Personally, the first time I actually met him wasn't on good terms. It was 1998, and this is when like the gang culture really started taking off in New York.
Everybody like, what's up? What's the bet? Everybody kind of nervous looking up, so when I look back, I see Bemo. So I'm like, I look at him like, what's up? You got a bet? So he like, yeah, stop it, shorty.
Everybody coming out here, yo. What you with? Sex, money, murder. Sex, money, murder. So how?
All units respond. Be advised, the suspect is armed and considered extremely dangerous.
See, it's so many stories I could get into with them. Just know that it's a no-fly zone with them. We would love somebody put their hand on Peter Guns on Lord Tariq when he was out there, man. Man, guaranteed, man, y'all be on the front of the Daily News.
My name is Peter Guns. I'm from 174th Street, Vice Avenue, South Bronx. I met Bean via Lord Tariq. Tariq is my partner. I'm from 174th. My family is Soundview. My aunt's in Soundview, so I would go back and forth to Soundview to 174th. And my sister was dating this dude out of Soundview called Lord Tariq. He said, Peter, you need to meet my boyfriend. He rap, because I rap. And I had a crew called Gun Runners. He said, yo, he want to rock with y'all. And I was like, we already got like too many niggas in the crew, but let me hear him out. Tariq started rhyming. The rest was history. He was better than all of us. So immediately, yeah, he in. And, you know, from that point on, he started telling me about his crew. He introduced me to Bean, introduced me to Pete, met the twins, and a host of others, St. Q, Will Trax, Minnesota. And we all became, a family. Some on the music side, some on the other side. But, you know, I mostly bonded with the music dudes, because that's what I was on an everyday basis with, but I always knew that the rest of them had our back.
My day one man's man, his name is Ramel, right? They all from Castle Hill. And Ramel have a little sister named Remy, which is my little sister too. They all from there. So while we was getting money, we going out of town, we always be like, yo, we gonna start our own music label and all that shit. So one day we smoking weed in a car, and I'm chilling with my man Frank Nitty. So Frank Nitty say, yo, Bemo, man, I'm saying, Rye can rap, man, but yo, Rye ain't nice. Man, yo, his little sister, man. I said, who, Remy? He like, yeah. I said, man, get out of here. He said, yo, Mo, that girl's nice. So I'm like, yo, all right. So this one day, me, the twin, Pete, we sneak up in the Stevenson High School. So we hanging out in there and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we really was looking for somebody to shoot. But he wasn't there. But we sneak up in the gym and all that. So when we go up in there in the cafeteria, there's a little circle going on. So now when we come through, you know, everybody type timid, but this crowd wasn't even paying us no attention. So it's this girl just sitting there battling all these niggas going. And then on the stretch, she's destroying them. She's killing them, boom, they going back and forth, boom, boom. So when I'm sitting on the side, yo, it's Remy. So so she see me, she's like, yo, Bemo, what up? I was like, yo, what's up? I said, what's good? Hug her, I'm like, yo, what you doing? She's like, yo, ain't nothing. I'm gonna say, come on, we got to go get some smoke, man. We out of here. So we go, we leave, we all go jump in the car. I think we might have been in a Land Cruiser or something, because then we all came, I took her. Remy's rapping, she rapping in the car and all that. So she was like, yeah, man, yo, I said, what, you want to be a rapper and all that? I was like, yo, I said, yo, I'm going to get you on. I'm going to get you on as a rap deal. So she like, all right, bet, yo, for real, you for real? I'm like, yo, yeah, man, why? I'm going to get you a deal.
Because what people don't realize, like, I was really young. I had no business hanging around them, like, at all, period. But my brother had got locked up. My brother got shot. You know, he was just away. And they kind of felt like, yo, that's little sis. We gotta look after her. We have to protect her. So I remember like when he like found out like that I could rap and I was like, nice. He was like, oh nah, we getting you a record deal. And he would literally take me to meet people that I only saw on TV. I don't even think I've ever told him in real life, because now me and Swiss are like cool. Like I see Swiss like, Swiss, oh my God, how you doing? Whatever. But I met him when I was a kid. I don't know if he remembers. I've never brought it up to him, but Bemo took me. I probably was maybe 16 years old, and he took me to meet Swiss Beats and the Rough Riders. And I remember we was in the studio, and they was working on Eve's album, and I was just like, wow, how does he even know these people? And the way he's talking to them like, yeah, and this is sis, and this is what she need, and this is what we got to do. And I was just like, okay, yeah, what he said. But I just remember just being so impressed, like, because I've always seen him as, you know, my brother's friend at first, and then my brother. You know, first it was my brother's friend, then my friend. It's like, nah, that's my brother. And he was just always, here, you need some money, or here, we going over here. Like, it was just a very different way that I saw him. So to see him moving a certain way and talking to people a certain way, and people like listen to me, even now thinking back, I'm like, if I was like 15, he was young. He was like in his early 20s. Like, why y'all listening to him? Like, but it was just like very, very different. And that's something that's like always stayed in my memory and I'll never forget.
First year of Kevin coming up, while Kevin was coming up, when he was about 6 months, this child was standing up in the crib. And I was like, wait, let's paddle back a little bit. When Kevin came home and was supposed to sleep and eat, Kevin always looked at me in my eyes, and I would say it, and my friends would say, look how he looks at us. And they say he knows what he's doing. Kevin would hold them. They would hold Kevin, and Kevin would land his hand always near the breast, because I breastfed him. And they say, look at your son, he won't. So Kevin made us laugh even as a little baby in the first 5 months. And then when he came like 8 or 9 months, he just was doing everything before time. He would get out the crib, and we couldn't imagine, how did this child get out the crib? Till we saw he flipped himself out that crib. Then when he was just 1 year old, somebody had a skateboard that was up in the closet, and Kevin would get that skateboard down. So I knew from things that was happening and only me and Kevin in the house, I said, okay, you have a child, and you have an active child, and you're gonna have to prepare him to utilize this energy that he has. So one of my first prayers was that, because I saw how strong-minded and determined he was in his first year, I prayed to God that, I said, Father God, could you give me someone over my child that's strong as Malcolm X, that's strong as Martin Luther King, that's intelligent as Benjamin. That was my first prayer, and that prayer continues to this day.
This Chanel Sharp, you know what time it is. I'm here for Big Bro, Beam. What can I say? Where do I start? That's my brother. He's a stand-up individual. Happy he's home. 20 plus, after 20 plus. And stay tuned. There's a lot of big things on the way. Honestly, one of the most stand-up people I've ever met. One of the people with the most biggest hearts I ever met. A genuine, sincere person. And if you're blessed to have a chance to meet him, then you will feel the same way.
Raising Kevin was, I didn't, you don't come with a book on how to become a parent. So only thing I knew was to go to the Bible, and I would open up that Bible, and I always went to the Proverbs and the Psalms, and I would read them to him, and that's basically how we learned, how to govern our life, was from the Bible. You know, my mom, my mom had installed so much in me, because when you come up in a community that's and there's a lot of poverty around, you know, everything she taught me, I saw it before it came. And just like I saw things before it came, I was always trying to help people and protect people. That's the same thing that happened with Kevin. And everything that I installed in him, he tried his best to follow it to the letter, but sometimes harsh things that happen in your community is too heavy for a child. And the mom, I was a single parent at some time. And then even when I got married, and he came to me and said, Mom, something bad happened to me outside. And I told him, I said, okay. I said, come sit down, we need to talk about this. And all the time I'm saying, God, help me make sense to him. you know, because this is where it happens. I said, Mom could go out there and I can take everybody out that did that to you. I said, but you must realize your mom goes to jail. You no longer have a mother. I said, if you tell your dad, Gustavo Oliveri, who I married, if you tell him the same thing, he could take care of it, and then you don't have a dad. I don't have a husband. So it was at that point that he said, I understand, Mom, but it was something about that. I understand, Mom. It was at that point. I think he saw he had to fend for himself. He didn't want to involve his parents to experience what I just explained to him. But I also saw something in his eyes. Nobody's not sunning me or punking me or going to take advantage of me.
I got too many stories with this, man. You want a funny story, a war story? Give me both. I'll tell you that. Alright, this one of the best ones. You got the compound going, right? So you know somebody gotta be the head of the car. So you know, all right. So you know Mo, he is who he is. So he like this. He like, yo, Bizzle, listen, man. All I wanna do is gamble, eat, and do what the fuck I wanna do. He like, man, you got the car. You run the compound. Damn, boy, you know what I mean? I'm at the break when these niggas back in, do what you do. So we get some new homies come. So, you know, it'd be a power struggle thing. You know, the Fed, some politics all day. It's nonsense, but it's annoying, it's a headache, but you still gotta do what you gotta do. So, a bunch of new jokers coming like, yo, why we can't have a committee, blah, 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 it's different, you know, different units, everybody. So I'm on some, all right, we was gonna smash these niggas and send them on their way. He like this, nah. He said, I seen this 1,000,000 times, Mo. Let it play out and watch how the shit go wrong. So I'm like, all right, say no more. I said, man, we gonna do the committee thing, blah, blah, blah. So we do it. Sure enough, Joker come to the unit and say, yo, man, I forget the boy name. From down south. He's non-Trey. Anyway, he say, he ran up some debts, whatever. He got an issue with the DC Jokers. Now, this spot, they got the house. You know, all the DC Jokers, they go to the feds. They ain't got no state joints. So, they maybe about 600, 700 of them jokers in that joint. It's a gang of them. So I'm telling this joke, I said, Mo, listen, we gotta go to the gym because the homies got something going with the DC niggas, and if we don't go, it's gonna be an ugly situation. He like, man, you sure? I said, yo, we got, I said, man, listen what I'm telling you. We gonna wind up going anyway, so we might as well just go now and get it out the way. He like, all right, say no more, we down there. I don't know if anybody know, you know, he's a creep. He got the metal in his joint. So everywhere we go, we got armory, courtesy of, we going through all the metal detectors, he got it. We get to the gym, this God on his truth, and people that was there, they gonna tell you that they know the real gun talk behind it. It had to be about, I ain't gonna stretch it, about 80 DC niggas. It's just me and Hedmo. And they talking tough, and we looking at each other like, all right, so what the fuck we doing? We ain't paying no bills, and we ain't backing down from nothing, so what we doing? It turned out that they didn't want to get into what they really thought they want to get into. And we standing there like, yeah, this is my man. He on the same shit I'm on every day, all day. I don't know how to curve turn my cheek. And I said, yeah, he off the same shit every day, all day.
Growing up with Kevin was fun because he was always the popular one, and people always wanted to be around him because he just has like a fun energy about him.
Yo, what's up, man? We just popping. Just pulled up on a bros typical day. We come to see Hot Boy. He in front of the shop on the juice bar. We on the side. We got Stacks with us. We got Pop with us. We got Mach. As you see, yo, niggas got the merchandise on. Everybody supporting. That's what we on, you know what I'm saying? Aid and assisting each other. We just here, man, like I told you, man. Typical day, Castle Hill. We just coming through and shit. Patrol, man. You know, I got so many stories I always wanted to tell y'all and shit. Everybody always like talking about the tunnel. Man, the tunnel was our house, man. The Bronx, man. We went in there, man, when everybody was home, when niggas was getting robbed, sticked up. Yo, we used to set bait traps. Pete, Twin, them, they come heavy, always acting like they all by themselves. We was dying for anybody to do it, man. We used to always get our guns in there, walking through the metal detectors. You know what I'm saying? We got so many stories to tell you about that, man. You know, y'all gotta learn the history, man. Yo, we never got money in our projects. And we own all the projects. All our money came from out of town. We always got out of town money. 7, 10 times more in amount than what we doing, man. The out of town got us rich. The projects always gave us cases, man. You know, I'm just here, man, chilling with the crew. As you can see, got the company. This is what the company's about. KBA, Kevin Bathia, you know what I'm saying? Alla. You know, we got all the joints. As you can see, them shits is looking good. We got the back, all the clothes on. We got sweatsuits. You know what I'm saying? We got everything, man. You know, tune in, man. Go to the website. You can see it. We the movement. You know what I'm saying? You can log on, get all them joints in there, man. Like I say, man, we here with the bros. You want to do anything, you can say. That's Trace Ford?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, what's up? We got yo, what up, man? Pull up, Trace, man. What the fuck? Man, come over here, nigga. Where you been at, man? You better get on the camera, nigga. You ain't letting niggas know he's here, man. My pops is going. You know, Trace gonna drive us crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let. Hey, yo, last time I seen Trace Ford.
Get all the details. Get all the details.
I'm tired.
Don't worry about it, man. I'm here, so you see me doing filming. What's up, big homie?
Yeah, I
Feeling,
figured
man?
that.
You all right, man? Yeah, we here, man. What's good, man?
I'm
chilling
holding
out.
on.
Definitely looking good, man. Definitely, man. I'm here, man.
Kevin loved his education. He loved school. He loved school and he loved his education. That was a time where I had put him in the Sister Clara Muhammad School, elementary school. Him and his sister. I had in '79. I had his sister. I put them both in the Sister Clara Muhammad School. And Kevin, he was like a little, I'm gonna say a little theologian. You know, he would come home and just teach me things to show me how miseducated I was coming up in the public school. So I thought that was the best place from him among the Muslims in the Sister Clara Muhammad School. And it was working for a while.
My best childhood memories with Kevin were like us dancing together or like rapping together or going to school from Castle Hill to Harlem.
He didn't finish out his education because I ended up getting a divorce. And that divorce impacted on our household. I was no longer able to keep the 2 children in private school. I went back to Castle Hill because I wanted to take my husband back to my mom because I felt like he had missed some fundamental values as far as how you treat a person. So we both returned back to Castle Hill to my mom. I kept Kevin in a lot of recreational things. He was in karate, he went to basketball. He tried, he was getting trophies for, good performances in the things he went to in the community centers. So I don't think it really impacted on him. And plus, we always remained respectful to one another. So I don't think they really understood what was going on.
So that's my little brother. I'm from Castle Hill. That's Castle Hill finest. He's very thorough. Always been. I felt really, really protected when I get off the bus and come home from work. He be right there, right on the block. I love him to death. Listen, the rights to this story is gonna be crazy. I love him. Castle Hill, 10473.
Husband didn't want to deprive him of the right of having his biological father in his life. So at a young age, Kevin was with his dad, and then as Kevin grew up, Kevin felt like he took on the responsibility of his dad. When his dad got recruited in their neighborhood in Soundview, he got recruited around Cozy Corner, and he too became doing activities in the street. Um, Kevin felt it was his responsibility to always go there and look out for him and make sure he was all right. And, nothing was going, nobody would bring him any harm or anything. And that was a heavy burden to put on a young man, a young child, because he was a teenager himself.
Listen, baby Bean, welcome home. My brother, Head Mo, I love you. Baby Bean wasn't my first guy. His father's my guy, Bemo. That's how Baby Bean was a kid and then became a man when we started to grow up. But his father, original from Southview, like I'm an older guy, so we always love and respect Bemo. And then when Baby Bean came up as his son and learned the respect for everybody else as the older guys in Southview, that's how we became family. So I'm original. I'm Bemo's brother from the street. And then Baby Bean was my young brother and how we came up. Welcome home, I love you. We're gonna keep you and your father's legacy alive forever. As much as I could do. God bless.
I saw the shift in Kevin. That my mom in Castle Hill, she was the voice for people who didn't dare speak up for themselves as far as fighting for things in the community. And my mom was a realist. She couldn't be bought or sold. So she would not get caught up in the political madness of go where the money is. She was a righteous woman and she was going to make sure that she stood her ground on the things that she believed. So me, during that time that my mom was doing all this work in Castle Hill, Kevin was very active in Castle Hill Community Center. I believe that what happened was Kevin was the target of I'm going to call it a political warfare, because soon after that, whoever my mother's rival was, they had jurisdiction over the community centers and different things that Kevin liked to participate in. And then now all of a sudden he was getting turned away and deterred from coming into the things that I knew him to love to do. So after that, he started looking other places for where he could, I guess, find recreation for himself as a young man. And I want to say, during that part of his life, he connected with people that were doing things that was against everything my family believed in.
I remember the childhood. Then I remember my summer got taken away from me. One day, everybody was going to Korea to play baseball, to play against the Chinese. I made the team, right? They didn't let me go on the team, so they hired all the ringers. And everybody that was like 4 or 5 years older than us, they all went, but some of them was already getting high, in and out of jail. And the lady that ran the center was beefing with my grandmother, her name was Miss Lamb, and my grandmother is Dorothy Adams. She was the head of the tenant association. So I remember back in the days running around putting in work for Cuomo, doing tenant patrol with my grandmother, putting the things to come vote in all the buildings. And my grandmother wanted to run it the right way. But Miss Lamb and them crew, as she said, they was beefing, stealing, doing a whole bunch of things. So when they had the choice to pick me, they didn't let me go. So this summer, everybody leaves out of town to go play baseball. I'm stuck in the projects. And you know what happens then? The thorough warfare was there to snatch me up. I'm stuck on a block with all the old dudes. They hustling, they getting high. So now I started hustling. So I recall when everybody going to school, my family took care of me very well, but I ain't have enough money to buy my friends. This girl I like, sneakers, this and that. So when I started hustling, now I'm like, okay, everybody come back, yo, you hustling? I'm like, yeah. Come on, let's go buy some sneakers. I'm buying everybody sneakers, going, and they go, what the fuck is you doing, man? So I started hustling. And that's how I became in the game. So if I wouldn't have started hustling, I probably would have been in the NBA. So I never got to make it to junior high school. So once I was from 9 years old, I just remember taking tests and passing, because I knew once I knew how to read and write, I ain't need to do nothing else. So I never got to go finish out my ball career to go play for the school, college, high school. Otherwise, I went to the league, 'cause I used to cook all them motherfuckers growing up with us. I used to cook them niggas 20, 30 points a game, cooking them. And that's how my childhood got robbed.
You can just say, when me and Bean first met, we immediately was ready to fight each other. As you know, Bean was in the street, I was in the street, but then once we got cool, I brought Bean outside. And after that, everything, you know what the crazy part? This is when we met. I'm from the back side. Beam is from the boot building side. Beam used to come outside every day. Used to be him, Scotty Moe, Capone. They used to call themselves the Uno crew. When they all both started, used to be running in the back. Beam used to be by the boot building all day. Then he ended up started hanging with Scotty Moore and them. They changed their name to the Uno. Beam was running around. Once Beam started running around, Beam started going to Soundview. I was already outside, coming back and forth, going to Soundview. We started coming out. And from that point on, look, Beam always been the boss. I've been the executioner. It always been like that. This is how he is. Look, 30, 40 years later, look, we out here together. We both went to jail. We did a lot of things. We both held up. We both fought for our freedom. Look, we back outside. We got a second chance. It's a blessing. We together. So, this time, it's up. This time, everything that we're supposed to do, we're gonna do now. He has a whole lot of support, different things going on, people that's here. So, y'all just look, everybody just watch, get your popcorn. Fuck y'all.
Wide open, like, he was like, yeah, what you thought? Being a slick talker, that Get Money Castle Hill shit.
Yo, Mo, we gotta find them two niggas, man. I gotta catch them, bro.
That's gonna come.
Nah, man, hold on. Yo, Mo, that look like them niggas right there.
Look like a dice game.
Big dice game, too. Oh, jackpot. Please tell me that's them. Yo, Mo, that look just like him. And his man.
Think he over there?
Look.
Y'all niggas, I've been doing this for I'm down. Anybody?
This man from, remember homie that was with him? That was acting crazy?
Let's go, man. I don't want to hear nothing. Y'all niggas better listen.
That's, hold on. Oh, this gonna be nice. This gonna be a nice one right here. Oh, that is him.
Money down, man. Yo, watch these niggas, man.
And that's his man leaning on the gate. Oh, yeah. Go up here and bust a you, Mo. Oh, yes. Yes, bust this you, Mo. Ready, nigga? You know that. I stay ready. I ain't got to get ready. Yo, and when you pull up, go past them a little bit. And pull right over just so they can't see us. Right here, Mo. Right here. Come on.
Okay, here we go, baby. Throw it down. Nobody move. Nobody move.
I'm down. Oh,
about 25 and a few of his friends to come with me to the Poconos. So just picture Bemo and all his gangster friends on horses and skiing and falling and snowmobiling. That was like a really good memory that I have of Bemo and I. And I remember this also. He called me one time from when he was inside, and he says to me, "Yo, you remember you used to say, yo, you do something fun with yourself, do something, because you never know when it could all end." He said during his jail time, he would think about when I said that to him. Like, you never know when this shit could all end. So you gotta enjoy everything day by day, because you just never know. So I was happy to be a part of that moment for Bemo, because 25 years ago, he had never been anywhere. Me and Bemo's relationship ended because I found out that he was still with his baby's mother. And when I first met him, remember, I originally thought he was from Ohio, but then he used to spend a lot of time with me. So I wouldn't think a woman would have allowed a man to spend so much time. So I thought that it was really me and Bemo. But all along, Bemo had a woman, and I didn't know that. It was one day we were in the White Stone movie theater, which is a throwback, Bemo and I think this is what was really enough for me. He and I had went to the movies together, and for some reason a woman just came over and just tapped him on the shoulder. And she didn't even say much. She just looked at him, tapped him on the shoulder, and she walked off.
Hi, I'm Nisha, aka Black Diamond. I know that he's very popular. He's a funny guy. I know has a big heart. He's very giving, very strong, and very strong-minded. I think that he's like hard on the outside, but he's really a softie on the inside. Like, he's really, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think because he has like a really big heart, and he's sensitive to certain things without saying. Yeah. I hope that he continues on the path he's on, and without the distractions, and he keeps going after his dreams and goals, no matter like what comes, obstacles comes, and he keeps going. I wish him much happiness, success.
So, yo, I'm out of here, man. I'm done. It's over with. It's a wrap. I'm gone. So I take the Uzis, I wrap them up, I put them under the toy box in my kid's room. Boom, I'm chilling. I got the Ruger on me still. I take his Glock, I put it in the bathroom. You know how the toilet stool lift up in the back? I do that in there. You know what I'm saying? So now they coming. I let them in. They come, they pull us out. They bring us out on the floor. They looking, they like, yo, there you go, we got him. Said, we got Bemo finally. So then they talk, and they got us on the floor. We laying there for like 20, 30 minutes. I remember seeing my daughters and them come up the steps. I seen the eyes, they scared to death because it's literally almost like 200 cops. They got the street blocked off. I'm just chilling, I just look at my daughter, I'm just mad.
So I remember one day me and my mom was coming home, and there was like so much like police cars outside, and I was asking her like, what's this? What's going on? So we lived like on I think like the 5th floor or something, so we had to walk up the steps. And when we got to the top of the steps, we didn't reach we got like halfway through, and I seen my dad in handcuffs and a whole bunch of police. And I don't know, should I say this on camera? Oh. And they asked my mom, like, hey, do you live here? And she said no. And then we went down the stairs, and the last time I seen him, I just remember like looking back at him, and that was the last time I see him in person. Yeah.
Like, yo, at least she got to see me alive than her seeing me dead. Because I was going to kill few of them. But, they definitely was going to kill me because I was going to go out. And she left, you know what I'm saying? So they like, yo, Bemo, we know you got guns. You might as well get a gun up, because if not, I'm going to run up there and lock your baby mother up. So I pass off the Ruger I got so they won't search the house and then leave and find everything else. They wound up letting Iceberg out and the E out right that day. They only wanted me. I remember the Fed dude said, damn, Bemo, There's 2 SWAT teams out here. I just knew you was gonna go out. I said, yeah, I was gonna go out, man, but unfortunately, I ain't have enough shots.
It affected me a lot. I was scared of the police at one point in my life, like for a very long time. Like I had a fear of them. Like I did not like them. I didn't like going by them. I was like, I don't know, they scared me. And also just like growing up, like as a young girl, like it was sometimes like embarrassing because like some of my friends had their dads around and I didn't have my dad. I had my mom, like my grandma and my family, but you know, it's different like when you don't have that father figure. And just also like times like I wanted to like talk to him, I couldn't, or it was only for a limited time, and just not having his presence there, and just like figuring out life as a young girl and with guys and stuff like that. Yeah.
My mom's is a sister of war. She ran the streets, Harlem. She been on both sides, African Bambaataa, Zulu Nation. She been with another gang of hers. Slipped my mind right now, so she knew. I knew I heard of her, and I ain't even go to the NBA to go to buy her house. So during her life, if we want to do it, she's the type like, yo, baby, we gotta believe in God. We gonna get through this. Let's get it and go. We gonna ride and pray. She wouldn't let me sit there and give her a thing, but she asked, if you come home, would you change? And I say, I'm gonna make a promise to you, I'm gonna change. I ain't getting back in the street life. I ain't gonna go that way. So she did the whole bid with me. Her, my daughters, all of them, we rolled out. And one thing she always say that we always laugh about. She said, yo, I sat there, I watched the judge give you a life sentence. I go to 50 years. She said, yo, when he gave you that time, you didn't budge. She said, when I seen something that didn't budge, that I pushed out of me, you made me stronger. I couldn't even do, all I did was just look back. You look back at me and smile. She said, you never lost your humanity, your life. You never lost you, your soul as a person. When I'm down, I hear you, you lift me up. So I always promised her like this. I said, Ma, I ain't gonna do this life bad. God gonna open these doors, we gonna get away. I said, yo, I'm gonna sell this movie, sell these books, and what I told you I was gonna do as a kid to buy you your houses and everything, I'm gonna do. And then we out, we leaving. We just gonna break out America and move away. So God gave me another chance to get a bite at the apple. As you see, this is what I'm doing. Sticking everything that I did, that I told a lot of comrades that was in jail with life. Starting my nonprofit, Toka, turning our circumstances around. Helping the youth, selling the movie, doing clothes, starting a trucking company, doing everything as a hustler that I said I was going to do. I'm here to do it, and watch me complete the mission.
I got introduced for Remo. We heard he was coming home. My guy Gilly Delgado, Real, and Mata, and the team. They told me Bemo, they knew him from, from back in the days. So when I met him, I liked his vibe and everything. I know he has a lot of, he's what you call a credible messenger. People who he has influenced over a lot of people. So we figured he could be a good asset. So when I met him, I definitely got him on board with us immediately. He's part of the Guns Don't Like for family. He actually goes in the community. He works with our youth. And we have court-mandated individuals and youth that are on probation. And he could just show them by leading by example that he could come home and make a difference. So he's definitely part of the team. The team referred me to him and been working from there.
Out in our favor. When it's all said and done, it worked out in our favor. Yeah, Mo. And funny, nigga. Oh, my God. Hey, Mo. I was just telling this joint downstairs before we came up, right? Because This class, you just heard this a little bit, Nice. You just heard this a little bit. This nigga had some Timbs, right? They was the double sole joints. Mo, he had to have them for at least a decade. Now, if you know this nigga, you know he gonna run some shit to the dirt. He don't, Mo, these shit's leaning. He gamble in them. He play basketball in them. If you go to that nigga gate, he got him on the bunk with him. So I tell this motherfucker, I say, yo, Mo, I say, them shits gotta go, man. I got some new Timbs for you, my nigga. Them shits gotta go. All right, just give me the new ones, you bum-ass nigga. I said, nah, you gotta get rid of them to get the new ones. I guess I ain't getting no new ones then. All right, me being me, I'm a jail. I jail hard. I'm a jail and we gonna have fun. So I get a squad together. I said, look, I'm gonna bring the nigga downstairs. Go get the boots. When I get them downstairs, leave the new ones in the joint. I'm gonna bring them downstairs to the table. Fuck with me. Y'all go put them in the joint. I got brand new Timbs. The nigga goes up to the gate, he like this. Yo, word to mother, who the fuck took my boots? So I got this little nigga named Kills. This is my little man. He used to beat shit out of little Kills too. This is my little man. Kills like, man, you got some new ones. What the fuck you complaining about? Next thing I know, he got Kills flipped upside down. So I sick my 4 more niggas on him. Go get that nigga. Fuck that. What had my ass? Niggas jumping him. He like, yo, that's how y'all gonna do me? Like a principal, what the motherfucker y'all doing? I said, yeah, that's what nigga doing, man. Nobody going for that shit, man. I said, bring me them boots. I take these raggedy motherfuckers. I put them on a window in the rec room and hang them up. Oh, this nigga steam. Yo, I was every lousy, scandalous, dirtbag son of a bitch. Hold up, boy, I gotta get up for this. The nigga goes in the room and put the boots and put the new toys on, right? You know the boy come out like this. Yo, these shits is alright. Yo, this nigga's the big man, but it's not, yo, the homie, everything about him genuine, man.
So everything Mo said he was gonna do, or if he said, yo, boo, what your mom, what? We gonna go push up, or what? Not even necessarily like niggas was saying, like, not even on some gangster shit, but I done seen Mo, like, yo, we gonna go set so-and-so out the mall, like, make sure they good, like, you know what I mean? You know, Christmas coming around, or whatever the case, Easter, make sure they kids got an outfit or something, like, Mo stood on business, man. That's what make him legendary. Whatever he said he was gonna do or set out to do, he did it.
Money, and her eyes just popped wide open, like, he was like, yeah, what you thought? You know, being a slick talker, you know, that Get Money Castle Hill shit.
Doing I was dressed for the occasion.
Yeah, because I look like I'm ready to do the thing.
But now, you gotta look grimy. It ain't you ain't 91, 92, 93, you know what I'm saying? You know the book.
Yo, get here right now. This nigga's here right now. Get here now.
I just got the call. Homie's in the spot right now. Let's go over there.
Say that, we gonna pull up right now.
Y'all niggas know what's up, man. Yo, House, leave these niggas up, man. Nobody touch their fucking money, nigga. These niggas touch their money, somebody will die in this shit, nigga. That crack, nigga. Tracy, nigga. I know what's up. I know what's up. Hey, yo.
Yo, look, and you actually talking
Count that fucking money, House. I'm outside, nigga. Plug that shit.
I got 10,000 in my bag. Kill this nigga already, man. Tired of this nigga. Now what this nigga dead.
I got 100 for every
Yo, what's up, man? Yo, what's up, man? Yo, House, what shit is nice, man? I got the rest, man. Y'all niggas know my body, nigga. I'm outside. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You know what's going on with me. You see my bet? Yeah. You see my bet, nigga. What's going on there?
Backtrack, guys.
Yo, Mo, this the spot right here, Mo. When we go downstairs, close that gate, Mo. Listen for 5 knocks. If you hear anything more or anything less, you kill anything coming out that gate, Mo. Come down there and kill everything, Mo. All right? Yo, you ready, Mo?
Ready, Mo.
Let's do it, man.
Oh shit.
Nigga, hold on, what the fuck is this? Go ahead, those niggas, yo. What's up with them niggas over there?
Hey yo.
What's up? Yeah. Fuck niggas in this shit. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Hey, talking to these niggas. Search that nigga, man. Oh, man. Shit, bro. Nigga, no, man. I say something, man. Hold on, man. All y'all niggas, move over. Shit, he bugging. Move over. No. Bugging, what's up? Oh, what's up? What's up, homie? See, niggas thinking shit is a joke in this shit. Oh, nah. Niggas think shit is a game. Okay, homie? Put the money on the table. All y'all niggas put the fucking money on the table right now. Bugging that shit. The fucking money on the table. What's up? Oh.
I ain't got nothing, homie.
Don't shoot, homie.
Hey yo. I was gonna holler at you, bro.
You gonna holler at me? Oh, shoot, homie. You gonna holler at me?
But we started Sex, Money, Murder. Don't get it twisted. Before everything, we never needed the young kids to put in our workforce. We put in our own work. And then when we started letting them put the work in for us, as you can see, when the fire turned up, they couldn't handle the time and toll. But we got our own graveyard for how many people we done did, you know what I'm saying, allegedly. So, you know, let's make sure we know we let this know and all that. Then don't forget, when I was coming up, when I took all my little young boys up, I trained them right. They became killers, millionaires, and they all stood strong. It was a crew of us, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got Little E, you got Kev Mo, you got Mach, you got Kid Nice. You know what I'm saying? It was more, but the ones that stood strong, stood strong. The ones that folded, folded. You know, every man got a breaking point, so I guess they reached their breaking point. You know what I'm saying? You got my man O, you got my man Lowrider, you know what I'm saying? You got DP, you got a whole bunch of us, man. It was a section that y'all couldn't really understand. That's what a lot of people don't understand about how Soundview is. Y'all never knew what we had because we had armies. We had the top shooters from every project in the Bronx. So when we activated to do the war, there was nobody equipped and fast enough to get 10 niggas that was murderers and had them on missions. You know what I'm saying? So I took Live Brim on missions before he was Live Brim, but he was always a killer. I took Flip, rest in peace, on missions before he was that. I turned my man Boobalak out of Webster, because you know Webster and my cross town is my second home. Y'all can never forget that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when we was getting money into the projects, when we got rich, all the bitches we went to school with, it was funny, because Pete, everybody, Twin, they fucked all the girls. But when we was broke, they ain't want us. So when I got rich, I went across town and was fucking with all the girls from over there. Because I'm like, yo, I'm not chasing y'all bum-ass bitches around. We wasn't getting no money. I ain't want us. So I got the whole set of crew. I got Harlem bitches, the crosstown bitches, which was more better. So then all the bitches like, yo, ever since he got money, he started acting funny. You know, so like I say, man, we don't owe no man no explanation. People know. I brought all the killers from the other projects around. I introduced them to my man Mo, man. And that's my brother. So if you see Mo, you see me. You see me, you see Mo. And that's how it was. Now, we was definitely day and night because he was the gorgeous gangster. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he was flamboyant. You know, he rolled, he iced up and do all that. Him, the twins, they were some fly motherfuckers. But you know, I'm a dirt bike nigga. I ride around a dirt bike with guns and gamble all day, smoke weed, and fuck the baddest bitches. And you will never know I was even a millionaire because I don't carry myself like that. I was low key. I'm chill.
What makes him legendary is that a lot of motherfuckers don't stay solid. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at somebody like him, he's faced with the adversities that they was faced with and still remained himself throughout it all. He ain't fold, ain't bent, and just came back around, and now we back out there doing something. That's what makes a person legendary. You don't let a situation stop you. Take it how you will. He accepted it.
For a motherfucker that don't know, and you thinking you heard the stories, like Mo was saying earlier, you heard the stories, whatever. Mo genuine, man. He genuine. If he love you, he gonna fucking love you. Right? You have an issue. That's the way it's supposed to be.
And you know, everybody have their up and downs, but nobody in Castle Hill or in this world can say anything bad about him.
I knew that because of the moves he was making, not only in the street, but also in the music industry. How Beam helped a lot of people obtain record deals and helped a lot of people get out of record deals. And to have brains, I mean, coming from where we from, is like rare because they expect us just to be gangsters and people that don't know nothing, like we ignorant. But Beam was a thinker, and he still is a thinker.
It's just, man, his loyalty to me. You know what I mean? We've been through some things together. And he always been there for me, and I try to be there for him when he needed me, as I am now, you know what I mean?
Legendary. He's the top of the top. There's nothing bigger than him.
But what makes him legendary is like, okay, so let's use this for example, right? You know how you got the Don Diva magazines, the Fed magazines. So I did Fed Time before, but when I was younger, I read about the interviews with these guys. And when you meet them in person, they're not what the interview showed them to be. I met a lot of people that's supposed to have been like that, and they wasn't like that. When you get him, on the other hand, whether it's him in the magazine, whether it's him in the past, or whether it's him now, like, yo, he got that motivation, that influential type of vibe with him where, you know, he's gonna keep evolving. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is like dinosaurs. Like, when you look at these dudes, you be like, you know what I mean? They dinosaurs. They don't grow with the times. He seemed like he's only been home 2 weeks, and look what he's doing already. You get what I'm saying? He's bringing everybody together. The man been down 25 years, and it don't even look like he's been away for one day.
I gotta say, what makes him legendary is just everything he's been through, all the adversity that he's been through. To be able to go through all that adversity and still stay positive, still put the positivity out there, no matter how much negativity came his way, he's always putting the positivity out there, making sure that stands on top.
It's authentic. You don't change for nobody.
Anytime somebody displays good energy, you know what I mean? Not put, a capital on somebody's face like, if you don't have no money, I don't respect you. Bame shows respect. He demands respect.
Yeah, I said, yo, you Bemo? The real Bemo? You got to see the face, man. When I say this to him, the face he made, he like, yeah, the real Bemo. And from right then and there, Mo has just been, that's my man, 100 miles and running.
That's very important in the street life. Or life, period. We're not just going to call it street life. We're going to say life, period. Respect, very important. Right now, where I'm at in life, I'm putting respect over love. You know what I mean? And Beam has always showed me respect. When I was wrong, he'll find a way to tell me I'm wrong. When I'm right, he'll pat me on the back like, homie, good job. He's just a generally, unless you push him the wrong way, good person. You know what I mean? And he wants to see everybody win. Now it's time for him to win. You know what I mean? Having a pure heart like that, is only right. It's his turn.
He always had to talk Mo. That was legendary. Yo, what up, Mo? And things like that. It's just
I'm just happy to be around, to be here to see him come home, because I was here when it started.
You know, the thing about it is when you become legendary in neighborhoods like that, people, even when they know the worst of you, the respect levels are still so high, still highly revered, only because people take into this consideration. They say to themselves, well, if he's strong enough and powerful enough to be that influential to lead a group of people to commit crimes, imagine what he could do on the other side of things. So it always left that, to me, window open to the fact that everyone had potential to do great things as long as they had the power. So I never looked at it as a bad thing. You know, a lot of people did. Like, oh, he's somebody to be afraid of. You know, he's someone to forever fear because he can send the wolves at you. And in my mind, I said to myself, imagine, though, if you can control a pack, what you could do with it. I always said that to myself, even as a kid. So, you know, to see that it came this far, I'm not surprised at all.
What made Beam so legendary is, although he was in the street, he always had a caring heart, and he was very, very smart.
Really, like, being worldwide, you feel me? Like, everybody really know him.
Yeah. How I met Bemo. I don't know, when was it? Yeah, what was that? Problem children shit.
98.
98. Running around. I was in, you know, with the problem children. That was my son before he had to go away. That was the kid himself behind the camera, Mr. Stephen Ward. It was Child B. It was everybody, Tone, Naj, everybody. So, but you also had everybody, you know, the street dudes or whatever, and that was X and Bemo. You had Bronx River, you had Castle Hill, you had Soundview, and everybody was all together, and it was just beautiful.
I mean, I first met Beam just in the hood, just moving around, but we got really, really tight. When I first got signed, and they was running around with us everywhere. We was just, that's like 90, what was that, like 98? Like 98, we were just moving all around this city, just together, man. He was with me a lot at that point.
Yeah, I met Pete. I was coming from school downtown. I was getting off the 22 off Castle Hill and shit. And I'm walking in the Chinese store. It's a lot of big bros in there that I ain't gonna mention the homies that was in there, but official homies that's, you know what I mean, around, some probably dead. But niggas was in there, so I walks in the store. Mind you, I'm probably like, I wanna say like 15, 16. If that, no, I was younger than that. I was probably younger than that. 13, I want to say 13, 14. Around them years, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I walks in the store, in the Chinese restaurant. If you know about the Chinese restaurant on Castle Hill, Randy, right there on the corner. You know we own that shit. So we in there, blowing it down, smoking. Beam and Pete is, I'm talking about arguing to where as though you think these niggas about to come to blows, like, on some. So I walks, I don't know Pete from a hole in the wall. I walks in there, I sees it going down. You know, this my brother. So I see Mo heated. So I'm like, yo, so he like, yo, boo, this nigga fronting like, yo, what's up, Mo? I'm ready to move on this nigga. So Mo, that's all he had to say for my dumb ass to be like, yeah, come on. So every time Bam get close, Pete ain't even paying Bean no mind no more. He on me. He watching me. Every time Mo go close, I scoot a little closer. Oh, Pete just grabbed me up in the headlock, like, yo, fuck. But Mo got me in the headlock. Whole time he got me in the headlock. He walked me out the Chinese store. And on the Ave, there's a couple other stores, but we walking the bodega on my shit. Walking in, Mo got me in the headlock the whole time, like, little nigga, you crazy, like, fuck, you don't know who I am. He ain't saying you don't know who I am, but like, he was basically like, yo, stay away from Beam, like, man, that nigga bad news, like. But the whole time he got me in the headlock. So he walked me to the juices. He grabbed me he got me in the headlock. Grabbed him a chopper can of orange juice. Grab him one. He got get another one. I get another one. The other one is for me. I don't even know it. And we walks out the store. He tell Poncho like, yo, Punch, I got them. And we walks out the store. But he like, yo, stay the fuck away from Beam, man. That nigga bad news whole time. This Pistol Pete. I ain't even know it.
I'm not sure exactly when or where I met Bemo. You know, I came up in Co-op City where my grandmother lived in Classen Point. You know, that's right across the street from San Juan and Soundview. So I always had like history growing. I grew up here with my cousins and shit. So then my cousin Reg, he was from Soundview. So like we all grew up just as far as I could remember back, like just playing basketball with PD and Bemo and my man Rollo and Barry and Kiani. We used to all be like playing ball like before, like kind of like almost like right before we start fucking with bitches. Bemo was like a few years older than us though. I remember distinctly bumping into Bemo when we first got cool at A's place. It was a little restaurant on Morris Ave, like 153rd and Morris, I believe. Used to be popping, like real low key spot. So we used to always kick it there. And funny shit, one time me and my man Los, rest in peace, we was on Web. This was early days before me and Bemo knew each other. And I think I had a rollie on. The nigga said B was scheming on my shit. Word the mother, real talk. And I think somebody that was mutual, both of us was like, nah, take it easy, B. And we ended up getting introduced. That's probably where we first really met. But I think we got tight at A's place, and then we used to be running around in Harlem with Foxy, and on the music scene. Like, that was that. That's basically how we met.
I'm Huncho, the rapper, whatever you want to call it, from Atlanta. I mean, first I'll get rich out whatever we doing, like. My
best story would be, it gotta be the MDC movie that me and Mo made. I believe to this day it's still one of the most epic movies ever made. Me and Mo got into it over the phone at MDC Brooklyn when he first came through. I first came through the feds, and it was with a bunch of Dominicans or whatever the case may be. They came to the cell, approached us. They got crazy. We got busy, tore the house down. Sent 7, 8 of them out of there, mummy wrapped. We got busy, but at the end of the day, me and him was standing next to each other on the wall, looking at each other, and we knew. We did what we had to do. We came out of there on top. That's my best memory with Mo.
That's right. What makes Bemo legendary?
I gotta say, what makes him legendary.
Man, back then, I think I was on a ball court one day. I was on a ball court, they ain't let me play. I went and got him, came back, and things changed immediately. After that, I was good. I was able to come out, play every day. I ain't had no more problems. Everything was good. Came through and solidified the situation. And we were straight. Wow.
I met the bro Beam through my man, rest in peace, Cheeks Money Love from Castle Hill. Man, this had to have been 1999, 1998 and shit. I had already knew Beam, but I got a little closer with him after he had got hit up 9 times in Castle Hill. This motherfucker was still clubbing. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. This nigga come up in the fucking spot in a wheelchair, bro.
With the Uzi.
With the Uzi. Not Lil Uzi. The Uzi. And you know, it's been, you know, we got along. Rest in peace, my man Cheeks Money Love. I miss him, but that's how I really got to know Beam. And then unfortunately, you know, he went away, had to go do his bid and all that. But we out here still holding it down, and now we're just gonna put everything together. The movie, the docuseries, record labels. We gonna go up because now, like, it's basically our time now. Like, we went through the trials and tribulations of everything. You know, the people who are still out here, we kept it tight knit, and you know, the bros home, and it's time to go up. You know what I mean?
Damn, how I first met Bemo. Bemo was locked up with two of my brodies in the island back early 90s. Rest in peace, Ike in LA. Him and Ike was like kind of brothers. That brother signed him from back in Harlem. So Ike said, yo, I'm gonna bring my bro Bemo to the block. We from across town, 6'9" and Sheridan. That's how I bring him over there. So Beam come through, you know how Beam is, what's up, Mom? Right away he set the dice game up. They rolling the dice and that, Mom. We take it to the tunnel. It was Sunday night. It's the first time I met him. I remember we going straight to the front. Beam bring us straight to the front, but we ain't getting searched nothing. We deep. He got a little E with them, a whole bunch of them homes. Us, we like 20 deep. You know, tunnel was known for legendary. Brooklyn, the deepest. This is the deepest we've ever been. So it's us from 6'9", Beams and them. We in there like niggas can't tell us nothing. Day one, there was all love between respect between us and them. We had a mutual, you know what I'm saying, brotherhood between us. The next time he said, yo, I got a cookout. Come to Sound. You know, Sound, you had to come up here, you had to know somebody to feel all right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I said, yo, bro, you sure? So we like, yo, boom. We like, yo, we don't need none of that. Y'all good. So we came in. I said, oh, this motherfucker, you know, Beams was a regular dude. But regular dude with 20, you know what I'm saying, 10 pack. You wouldn't know he got his pocket. So when they was like, you know what I'm saying, red carpet for us. You know what I'm saying? We came in, dudes on bikes. Now like, oh shit. And from there, you know what I'm saying? It was family, love all the way, man. Mutual respect and love from day one. Legendary, day one, dude, man. 101, man.
I come outside, I'm not talking, it ain't playing. So let's get back to this dice game. Boom, I'm shooting dice. Whew, I lose the money. Now, I'm like, yo, y'all ain't gonna pay me, I ain't gonna do that. So I probably like 7, 8, 10,000, like I told you. It's 10, 12 people shooting dice here. I'm losing all this money. Niggas bet 1,000, 1,500, 500, 500 pounds. So I'm so mad, I probably lost another 7 to 8, 10,000. No telling what I lost. Boom. I'm like, yo, so I'm mad now. So I'm like, all right, they see me. I jump in my Honda Accord. Boom, I got a Honda Accord station wagon. I jumps in the shit. Now, they thinking I got to go far to get the gun. But meanwhile, I got a gun on me. I got a Glock on me, extension clip. So boom, I takes off. Boom, I makes that corner right there. I make 2 corners, I make 2 lefts, because I'm really looking around to see, make sure no D's is coming. But meanwhile, I'm pulling out the gun. I want a secret apartment that I got in this car. So I pull the gun out. So by the time I come back around the corner, back on Franklin Street, I put out, everybody got their bike. They pulling out. They about to take off on the bike because they ready to leave because they thinking I got to go far to get my gun. But I just didn't want to open up the secret apartment in front of everybody and the shit make the noise and you could hear it. We standing out here. They be like, yo, what the fuck? So I'm like, oh, so now I hops out. Boom. I jump out the car, backs out. Boom. I'm like, oh, ho, where y'all niggas got going? I got the 32 shot extended clip. He like, yo, Mo. I'm like, nigga, what's up? I said, oh, y'all think it's a game? Y'all niggas gonna try to just play me and rob me? They like, yo, nah, Mo. I'm like, yo, matter of fact, all y'all niggas drop that motherfucking money, nigga. Fuck is y'all talking about? Give me all this shit. Niggas is like, yo, Mo. I'm like, yo, I don't want to hear that shit. Yo, I even robbed that. Now, Dap is my brother. I'm like, nigga, put that money on there. So now that Dap there, he put his hands up. He's like, yo, Mo. I'm like, nigga, get all these niggas money. Drop everything. If any of y'all niggas reach, I'm blaming y'all. So they see this big old extension clip hanging out. I got the Glock. So I catch them all right here. Boom. So now when I got the Glock out on them, I'm chilling. The nigga Red goes in his pocket. He passed me a brick. So when he passed me the brick, I'm like, yo, I get it. So now I'm about to walk back in the car. So when I'm getting back in the car, I double back. I'm like, man, hold up, nigga. You's a motherfucking robber. You think I'm stupid? I said, nigga, you playing with me, nigga? He like, yo, so I said, man, where that money? Nigga, strip butt, nigga. Give me the rest of that money before I put 2 shots in your fucking head right here, nigga. He go in his back pocket, pull out the rest of it, kick your shoes off. He got money on in his shoes. Everybody, kick your shoes off. Yo, I wound up robbing the whole dice game. Because they just robbed me. Like I told you, I'm down 35,000. I get all my money back. I even robbed that. So I probably left out of there with maybe like 60,000 now. 65,000. I ain't take nobody jewelry and none of that shit. I wasn't really on. I was just so mad that them niggas tried to play me for this motherfucking dice game.